Year title, The Gift of Happiness. On a warm summer afternoon, young Arav sat on the porch of his grandfather's house, watching the clouds drift lazily across the sky. His grandfather, a wise and gentle man with twinkling eyes and a wealth of stories, joined him with a steaming cup of chai. "Grandpa," Arav began, his voice tinged with curiosity, "everyone talks about happiness, but what does it really mean?" His grandfather smiled, sensing an opportunity to share the wisdom he had gathered over the years. "Arav, happiness is a question that has intrigued people for ages. In Indian philosophy, it isn't just about feeling good or enjoying life's pleasures. It's something much deeper." Arav tilted his head, intrigued. "Deeper? How so?" "Well," his grandfather replied, "let's start with the concept of Ananda. In our tradition, Ananda means bliss, a state of profound, unchanging happiness. It's believed to be our true nature, what we really are beneath all our desires and fears." "So we are all naturally happy?" Arav asked, his eyes wide with wonder. "Exactly," his grandfather nodded. "But this happiness is often hidden by our desires and attachments. Indian philosophy teaches that true happiness comes from within, not from external things." "Does that mean I shouldn't enjoy things like my favorite video game or a good meal?" Arav asked, a hint of concern in his voice. "Not at all," his grandfather reassured him. "Enjoying life's pleasures is natural, but relying on them for happiness can be misleading. The key is not to be attached. The Bhagavad Gita says we should engage with the world, but not be enslaved by it." "What about all the stress and sadness we feel sometimes?" Arav pondered, recalling moments of frustration and disappointment. "That's part of life too," his grandfather said gently. "Indian philosophy emphasizes balance and equanimity. The practice of yoga and meditation helps cultivate a calm mind. These practices remind us of our inner peace, even amidst challenges." Arav watched his grandfather, remembering how he meditated every morning. "Is that why you meditate every morning, Grandpa?" "Yes," his grandfather replied. "It helps me stay connected to that inner bliss, to the state of sattva, which represents purity and harmony. When we live in sattva, our actions are in line with our true self, bringing lasting happiness." "So happiness is about finding balance and looking within ourselves?" Arav asked, feeling a sense of clarity. "Precisely," his grandfather said with a warm smile. "Remember the idea of dharma, our duty or righteous path. Living according to our dharma leads to fulfillment and joy. When we act with integrity and compassion, we align with our true nature, leading to happiness." "Wow, that's quite profound," Arav mused. "So happiness is more about who we are than what we have?" "Yes, my dear," his grandfather nodded. "It's about realizing that happiness is our essence and living in harmony with the world and ourselves. Embrace life, but don't lose sight of who you truly are." As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the porch, Arav felt a newfound understanding and peace. His grandfather's words lingered in his heart, a guiding light on his journey toward true happiness. And so, in that quiet moment, Arav discovered that the greatest gift his grandfather could give him was not just the wisdom of ages, but the gentle reminder that happiness is a treasure found within.